back to Daytime on Rogers TV. I'm so happy to be joined by a local artist, a local author, I should say. The brand new author of Common Threads, Laurie Champagne, joins us on set right now. Laurie, thank you so much for coming on the show. Do you like hearing the name local author?
Yes, I do.
You must feel very accomplished and should be very proud.
Yes, I am.
All the hard work that you put into this book as part of a trilogy, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But Laurie, maybe you can give a quick background on yourself and how you became so passionate in writing.
Well, I've been interested in writing ever since I was a child. I've written plays and short stories through school, and I always wanted to write a novel. And as my girlfriend, who's also an author, she says, "This is the great Canadian novel that I've written," and I just kept writing and writing and writing, and that's how it ended up being a trilogy.
You couldn't stop. You
I
had
couldn't
these
stop.
ideas. Now, we will get into the book in a little while here, but I wanted to talk about your 9 months of preparation and research and thought going towards this trilogy now.
Yes, I never wrote a word for 9 months. I woke up one day and there was this novel in my head, but I had to do all the research because it was going to take place over 150 years. And in order to write for history and fiction, you have to have characters die. You've got to have them, have illnesses. You
really have to tell a story.
Yeah, and I have to research those things because I've put the story in a certain place that's real. I have to also research what's happened around that area. I have to check the weather for 1932.
That is not easy.
No.
It's not an easy
And
task.
I had a lot of people on the internet that would write back to me that were professionals, and they were happy to help out.
Now, you were saying that, it's not just all about you. Your research introduced you to a lot of people, but you also met one very special friend. When you were writing your book, you were writing it at RVH because that's where you were volunteering at the time. And you said most of the book was written there, and you actually made a very special friendship there as well.
Yes. I actually became friends with Dr. Zadra. And he's a very well-known urologist here, and he agreed to become my medical advisor and my golf advisor.
And when you say golf advisor, the reason you needed a golf advisor is because his book, there's a lot of Scotland.
Yes.
And for anyone who knows, St. Andrews,
yes,
one of the most historical golf courses in the entire world.
The oldest golf course in the world.
You need to know your facts on that.
Yeah, exactly. So I wrote to St. Andrews, and I got so much information dating back to 1850, and then I asked Dr. Zadra if he felt confident enough to write a golf game for me, and in chapter 4, that's where you'll find his golf game at St. Andrews in 1850s.
Amazing. Now, I'm going to hold the book up. So it's Common Threads. Maybe you can give us a little synopsis on it.
Yes. What I do is I bring two families together, one from Scotland, one from Africa. Obviously, the African family coming to Canada has a very hard time. They come on slave ship, and they go through plantation life, and they escape through the Underground Railroad, and lo and behold, they meet up with this white family that has started a potato farm in Chatham, Ontario. And I made my story in Chatham, Ontario because it's the last official big stop in the Underground Railroad.
Wow.
And this is where the black couple came to, and they were not slaves for the white couple. They were friends, they were workers, and they shared the land, and it was just a great relationship. And when I originally wanted to write the book, I wanted it to be about a set of multiracial twins. So that actually does come about, but because the book was so big, I had to chop it into
making it a trilogy.
So
when can we expect the second book and the third book to come out?
They will both be out this year. July is the date for the book 2, and January was the original date for book 3, but I'm trying to get it out for December so that all 3
Absolutely.
parts will
And
be
I
out
love this story
year.
about how RVH was so instrumental in the creative writing process. So
Yes.
you're actually working with the gift shop. Hopefully the books can be available in there.
Yes.
And you can do an autograph signing. That would be
Yeah,
great.
that would be nice.
But in the meantime, you can also get the book.
I also incorporated RVH, the very first RVH, into the book.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
That is a nice little local connection there.
Yeah.
Where else can we purchase the book?
It's on any Amazon site. It's Amazon worldwide, it's Barnes & Noble worldwide, and it's also Chapters Indigo worldwide.
Now, when you're going through this process, you were telling me that it's an email blast that they send out, and it's to 2 million.
One of the marketing plans is they send, it's a U.S.-based publisher that I have, and they send out 2 million emails at random to their readers, and out of that 2 million, in the first month, 5.47 people opened the email and looked at my book. And nowadays, businessmen say, if you're you get 2%.
That's
You're
a
lucky.
success.
That's
5.74 opened the email. Lori, that's incredible to hear that.
Yeah.
So what is next for you after the 3 books are released and you're traveling across the world, this famous writer, author now? Do you see yourself continuing the writing process?
Actually, after I only bring the book up to the 1970s. So if the readership wants me to continue and bring it to present day, I've already got 9 chapters written for it.
You're ready to go. Now, I'm going to make sure I say it's L.A. Champagne.
Yep.
Lori Champagne, and the book is Common Thread, so make sure you pick that up, and stay tuned, plenty more coming up with Lori in the future. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Continued success. In the meantime, I'm really glad that I'm talking to you and not working out over there. So let's throw things over to Melanie and see what she's up to.